What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys, and today I have a much anticipated review of the Transformers Legacy Evolution, fingers on it, Armada Universe Optimus Prime. That's right, my zillions, the big Commander class Optimus Prime from Transformers Armada is here. I love the art on this box. It is super heroic. I don't know if the figure inside is super heroic, but that's literally because I don't know yet at the time of recording this opening. But which is good because there's no spoilers to be had here. This box is very, very big though, and it looks cool. And on Instagram, I posted a little short when I totally opened the box because I was really surprised, but honestly not. Transformations on the side, lots of cool stuff going on in the box, because I'll take a moment here to mention it as well, because you know what, it's worth mentioning. Prime comes in truck mode. This is covering it, very well packed, but the real estate here is right here in the box. There is just two giant open slots here, so I think that's a lot of wasted packaging. It's a beautiful box. It looks good. It makes you feel like, oh, Commander class. Yeah, big honkin' figure, right? But you know what? Even if it is, they don't pack it that way. And I kind of wish they would get out of packing it, you know, in truck mode, because it's much more fun to get something in robot mode and take it out and start playing with it right away in that mode. That's the mode everybody wants. You're making us do work, and you know what? You're not taking advantage of your space in your box. Sure, it's well packed, but I think there's a little bit of smoke and mirrors there when it comes to Commander class and the pricing. Because if there was a lot less box here, despite it being a cool box, I think you could shave off a few bucks. So yeah, that needed to come out once again. I said it on Instagram, but I felt like I needed to say it once again, and now we can forget about it and move on to the figure. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. And here is Armada Optimus in truck with trailer mode, and it is really, really nice. Forget everything else I just said, because, you know, end of the day, it's about the figure. The review is about the figure. And this is really, really nice in truck mode. Now, at the time of this recording, once again, I haven't transformed this yet, because I wanted you to see this as pristine as possible first, because I really like this truck mode, and usually I'm not the biggest fan of these modes, but this looks fantastic. It looks like an awesome futuristic looking truck, and I like that. It's very Diaclone-esque, and that is really, really cool. It rolls fine, kind of, sort of, if everything is in place. And my table's a little bit, you know, not completely even. The back of the tractor here, the wheels are here. I do wish they would start giving us treads. I know rubber is more expensive, but I don't know. I mean, I've gone on record many times with this before, but it just makes it feel cheap when they do that. They did put some diecast in there, but you know, I wish it was more. This is just done in black, you know, except for the diecast. So it is what it is. On the bottom, there's not much to look at here. You do have to do a little bit of transforming of this to get it to this. Like, you have to unhook these from here. This is more compact. It's all like very, like you saw, like it's a very thin thing. So this box, so it's not a thin box, but the area where this is in is very compact. So these are in here. This is a separate piece. You have to take this off, you know, and put it in. So it's pretty easy. Directions are pretty easy for that. You know, this just comes out of the back here, and I forget how I did it, so I'm gonna do it right now. I think it just pulls out. I don't know. But then you have his gun, which sits up here like a nice cannon, and it looks really good. Usually these storage things don't look good, but the cannon up there looks very, very nice. This piece looks really nice too. It's good looking. You know, this gray, but it's a darker gray, and it's not so bad, and it kind of looks good. There's some swirly plastic up top over here, but I mean, if you've seen my reviews from a long time, swirly plastic doesn't bother me at all. It actually, to me, makes like plain gray plastic like this look a little bit better. I don't know, it just does. There's some nice molded detail up here. Nothing like crazy amazing, but you know, it's fine. Silver over here looks good. The Autobot symbol looks good. The blue, this is painted blue over here, looks very good. There's some gold. This gold throughout, which is a very nice touch. Love the gold. Looks very good here on the back. So the overall like shape of this looks very, very cool. So I really do dig that. And then the front Optimus part, the wheels look pretty good, I gotta say. See, there that little bit of paint. If there was stuff in the back in the threads like this, it very much helps a lot. So the wheels look good. Really nice sculpt on them. And you know, it looks like faux rubber, and that works. This is the bottom. You know, could be worse. You know, you can't really 100% tell there's a robot in there. You know, but it looks pretty good. You got some nice silver here and gold there. Silver and gold. And these come out and attach to the gun later, which is a cool touch. I really like that a lot. More gold up here. Golden fists for super mode, which is the mode in my opinion. This is why everybody wants this, is super mode, I would guess. And that's why I want it. It's just a unique and amazing looking Optimus. And then you got beautiful Autobot symbol up top here. Look at that, man. I love it. The red on top of the white and surrounded by gold. That is just gorgeous. I love that. Top of the truck looks pretty good. You actually have clear plastic for the windows, and I like that a lot. It looks really, really nice there. You got silver on the hood here, looking good. Silver up front, nice and front and center here. All very nice silver plastic. It's good. When you got it, you got to use it, man. Look, looks very good. So I really like that. Front looks fantastic. Again, we saw the bottom, but yeah, nice shape here. Got the gold on the sides. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I think I did. Really good looking, guys. Really, really good looking. I do like it a lot. And again, I do like how the trailer looks. And for me, that's few and far between when I could say I really like how all this looks with the trailer and stuff. Trailer especially, I'm just not a big fan of trailers. I rarely try to get any Optimuses with trailers. I don't have a use for them. Of course, this has, you know, a use. But yeah, I usually don't. But this is good looking. I like this. You know, these things popping out. It's different. Again, it makes it feel more like something futuristic. So yeah, very awesome mode. And one last thing here with the trailer. You could open these up here, so it can stand on its own. And for your size comparisons, in this mode, here's Armada Optimus with another Optimus and a Scourge. And just to note here, because, you know, I didn't note it before, I actually never had the original Armada Optimus. I wasn't collecting at that point. I was out of collecting. I was collecting before that point, and then well after that point, but Armada came out in a time where I stopped collecting, so yeah, just one that I don't have. I wish I did, because it just looks so charming and beautiful. But there's, you know, this is the reason why I'm so excited to finally get this, and so far, so good. So with truck mode all done, there's only one thing left to do, and that's transform and roll out into our first set of transformations. And there it is in base mode, the trailer in base mode, and how it sizes with Optimus. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a base mode. Oh, I think I forgot something. I think this is supposed to go up. Or something. This is supposed to do something. This thing here. I don't know what it's supposed to do. Oh, I think it's supposed to be like that. There you go, like a little seat for someone or something. Could easily just stay down. But you have a turret here, and you have the gun, which I wish could go in the middle. And then you have these guns ablazing back here. You know, it is what it is. I don't like base modes. I think they suck. I do. They never look good. And to waste time on these silly transformations into something that's obviously not even thought out at all. It's just like, oh yeah, if we just leave it like this, it's base mode. Yeah. There's no way anybody designs these things with any sort of purpose. They're just, you know, hey, this is how they are. So, yeah. For some comparisons, here are the Legends class Dinobots. I don't know why that guy had so much fuzz on him. But here are some of these guys. I don't know where Grimlock is, but we'll have to find him soon because the final piece of that puzzle is coming very shortly. But yeah, base mode with Dinobots. Back to work. Transform, roll out. And here is Optimus all transformed, and he's pretty cool. He's actually a lot better than I was expecting. I like him a lot more than I was expecting. I've never been enamored, and I've used that word a lot lately, especially in this sitting, with this version of Prime. The super mode I love. You know, I'm hoping for the best there. I still haven't done that yet, but you know, this regular version, I don't, he always felt small to me. And this is a, you know, perfectly Voyager size Optimus. And I like him more than I expected. This was his gun, if you saw it before. Looks pretty good. It's very different than his normal gun, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty big and bulky. It's only in one color, but it works. If you have any effect parts, you could put them in right there. I don't have any handy, so I won't be doing that, but you can do it if you have it. And then these things here, you could take out and put right here. I don't like doing that. I like saving that for super mode. I feel like that's just a cooler gun for him, and already this gun just looks way too big. I have no problem with like big swords, but like big guns, I don't know. I just don't. I don't love the look as much. With big guns, I mean, it's fine, but, you know, I do like how he looks better with just these. I think it's cooler. They look really good, nice little arm blasters. I don't know, it just fits this guy not to have a gun and just use those. I think it's very, very cool. So I like those a lot. They look fantastic, so if you want to count those as accessories, you can, because you know what, you can, because they are like accessories. So I really do dig them. You might have heard those ratchets, so let's do articulation next. And herein is where it's got its only fault, even though those ratchets sound so good. The head moves like so, you know. It's not like a ton of range of motion, but it works. The big thing that's not great about this is he has no waist swivel. And that is due to, you know, we need this all to, you know, combine afterwards, and this all comes apart. So, unfortunately, no waist swivel for this guy at all, no ab crunch, so that's a thing. Then the shoulders, you got a lot of range of motion in the shoulders, so that's pretty good. Swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbow. And look at all that diecast content. Pretty good. The wrists do swivel here, which is nice. these hip skirts move out of your way. This back hip skirt moves out of your way. You got full split there. You heard the ratchets before. Awesome sounding. Going back. Going this way. Swivel there. Beautiful ratchets there. And man, those are the arms on super mode. So, loving that. And then you have an ankle rocker, which is nice. And you can go back and forth. A tad. You know, oh, this popped out here. So, you know, it works. It's pretty good. Let's pop this back in. Where is it? Okay. But yeah, so, you know, nothing in the waist is kind of harmful. But I don't know, as you saw, I feel like you could still get him in some cool poses, notwithstanding, because his arms and legs move very, very well. So, you know, it's bad, but I get why it has to be. But I think you could get away with it anyway. And honestly, that's really because this guy looks pretty cool. Again, you know, was never the hugest fan of this mode, but it looks really good overall. Proportions are, you know, they're interesting. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but it's pretty decent overall. So that's good. I love the gun arms, like I said, nice and silver. But I love the gold here, and silver and gold, and that's all over the place. Silver and gold. We got it. We got the silver, we got the gold, and it stands out, and it looks really good. The blue looks really good. Screws, diecast content, looks awesome. Pins in that way as well. The tires up here look good. I like all these pipes and the stuff that's here. That all looks good. I like these black stripes right on the side here. I love that, actually. It adds a lot, that little striping. Then the chest looks really, really cool. Again, the silver, the gold. You know, if you open up here, you have stuff going on here. Maybe for later. But we do have the Matrix of Leadership, which I don't... Does it come out? I don't know if it comes out. I'm not going to try, but there's the Matrix. And I like it. It looks really good. There's a clear plastic over the middle, and that is phenomenal. The gold looks great against the silver and gold. But, like, it looks good. This part in here is sculpted. So really, really nice. This might come out, but I don't know. It's really tiny. I'm not gonna bother. There's also one other thing I failed to mention before. You can pop this out, and like put it over here, I guess, and then pop this in here if you want to do some storage. Obviously, there's other spots you could store this if you want. You could put it wherever you want. I don't know. Do Megatron arm if you want. You know. So there's places you could store it at. On his back, I guess, is the best, but I don't really want to pop this out. This little piece, it's a nice little piece. I'm going to leave it there. So, yeah. There's things you can do there for sure. Moving back here, I did like the chest, like I said. Underneath here, nice sculpted detail, just in gray and down the legs, but the detail in the sculpts is nice enough where I don't care about the gray. I think it works fine. And there's enough other colors and paint going on here that I'm satisfied. The golds are looking good, you know, and the silvers are looking good. And, you know, that really enhances it. I love the gold on the side. Nothing on the back for that. But the back, you know, has some gold pieces here. Giant hands in here. But it just looks like gold. It's fine. The tires on the side look really good. The lower legs, I think, look really good. The feet look good. The silver here is a nice touch. So, it's pretty cool. Yeah, the proportions from here to here look weird. That was always a thing. But I think it's because if the knees were colored blue, I feel like this would look a lot better. But, you know, because it's not, you know, it feels like the bottom half looks a little short. But, you know, overall, I think this Prime looks pretty decent. Oh, wait. Head sculpt looks very good. I like it. Yellow eyes, blue around that, silver plate. The gold up here looks pretty good. I feel like there's a couple little places where the paint doesn't shine through, or maybe there's a little bit of extra plastic there or something. Little dot that I'm super zoomed in right now on the edge of his faceplate, but otherwise I think the head looks pretty fine, honestly. It's a little bit different, a little more I don't know, like futuristic Prime in a way, or younger Prime. You know what I'm saying? Maybe younger. He kind of looks younger, like a younger version, this Armada version. Here's another spot where the pin didn't come through fully. You see the plastic is covering it. There's a little hint of the metal behind it. Hate when that happens. Kind of just throws it off for me a little bit. But it's not a deal breaker or anything, but, you know, a little pet peeve. But, yeah. I dig this guy. I do. I think he's a lot cooler than I expected. And for a size comparison, here he is with a bunch of other Voyager class primes. And, you know, I think part of why, you know, this guy impresses me so much is he's kind of a bigger, wider, not necessarily the tallest, but, like, he just feels like a bigger Voyager class figure. I guess that's because, you know, technically he's part of this bigger Commander class set. And he's a piece of that, but yeah, he is in this scale, but he just feels wider and bigger, and I guess that's kind of why I like him. It's interesting. And just to show you, here it is with the trailer in its base mode. So really, there's only one thing left to do, and that's not Transformer rollout, but it's time to get And here is Optimus Prime in super mode, all got tied up, combined. And I really like him. It's awesome. He is tremendous. But there's a couple things to talk about, of course. But first thing, you know, something I said with the these things going into the gun, I guess you kind of need these pipes here. It just kind of completes the look for Optimus. So I was kind of wrong on that, but you know what? Since I didn't show it before, I will show it to you now. Show you how it looks. You know, regular Optimus really didn't need this gun to be bigger, but I feel like, you know what? It's not so bad without the pipes there, but I do like the pipes there more so than, you know, liking this here. But I don't know. You could go either way on that. It makes the gun look better in my opinion. So, you know, depending on how you would want it, you know, is the way for you. I do like how the pipes look. It just kind of adds a little something to up here, in my opinion. It's slight, but sometimes, you know, a little bit matters. We saw the gun. Now, the other thing I want to talk about right off the bat is this. Granted, I know the original had some crazy junk in the trunk too. But do we need this like this? It's just... Oh, does he have a tail? I don't get it. You know, this piece here, I am very surprised they just didn't make this a weapon. because I mean, it really serves no purpose then, you know, like for this piece to just exist to be part of the base mode, like really, and it's just like the hitch in truck mode. It just you could have made a hitch out of something else, you know. I don't know. It's crazy that this didn't get utilized a different way. However, I do have I have not watched anybody else's video on this at all, so I don't know, and I haven't seen it, so I don't know if other people have done this or what. But I, you know, saw this like as I finished this, I was like, I can't keep this like this. So put this up here. It does give him a bigger backpack, but put that up there. Raise this here, and then fold this thing like so, and then you could just take this and stick it in there, and then yeah, he's got a bigger backpack, but you know, he doesn't have a tail, which looks really odd to me when you have to, you know, kind of pose him and split his leg. He's heavy enough; he could handle the big, giant backpack. I'd rather it that than like this thing hanging out here. You know what I'm saying? Or just take this out completely. And then, you know, this, you could either leave it down as a giant hip skirt. You know, you're gonna see it from the back, but I guess it's better than seeing it from the back and then looking at the back and seeing all that other stuff. So up to you how you want to do it. I prefer this. I think it works. Can I turn it this way? I don't think so. I think there's too much there. But yeah, this is fine. Again, how did you not make this a weapon in some way? I'm not 100% sure. You know, like, can these things are so big it doesn't even fit anywhere. Like, not in the right ports anywhere. So it's a weird one. To me, it's a very, very odd choice. But I feel like, you know, this is a solid workaround. It's a lot, but I think the best thing, if you don't want to lose this, probably the best thing is just this without this. But I can deal with this too. Anything, it's gonna look bad in the back no matter what. So you can decide on how you want it. I'll leave it like this for now. Now, this thing owes a lot to definitely like old school toys, and we've talked a lot about DX Bandai toys. This is, you know, but also Takara has like a long history of doing their own like super robots and DX toys, and Transformers obviously for years and years. And this one is just such a throwback. For the most part, he's a giant brick, but you know, he's awesome. He is very awesome. He does have the articulation that the, you know, regular Optimus does. So that's pretty interesting. The head moves around like so. Shoulders, ratchets going upwards, ratchets going down. This part, you should probably move it all like this. It can come out, but there's no reason really to do that. Just keep that closed and you move it, and you hear the ratchets there. Swivel at the bicep, ratcheted elbow. Oh my god, I love the ratchets. Swivel at the wrist. The hand's open for some odd reason. I mean, it's cool, but you have the hole there already. You really don't need it. But I appreciate it. These hip skirts move. This hip skirt moves. And then, you know, you do a full split. No ratchets to the side, which is a little surprising. It feels almost a little bit loose to the side. Although there is ratchets. It's just, is it broken on mine? I see ratchets in there. Or is it just sculpt work? It looks like it should be ratchets. Oh, I do see screws here. So I wonder if I could just make that tighter. We'll see. Ratchets going forward, that's for sure. It's not like, it's not falling loose, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it could be a tighter. Forward, back, swivel here. And then, oh my god, massive, awesome ratchets. There is nothing I love more than a robot with ratchets, for real. And those ratchets sound phenomenal. You have the ankle pivot here, and really that's it for the ankle. You know, you have a swivel there, and yeah, So that is the articulation. He's, you know, he's got some awesome ratchets. No, nothing in the waist again. You know, it's just too much going on there. But, you know, I'm totally good with what they did give us. Again, he's a giant combined robot, and he is pretty phenomenal looking, and absolutely love him. Yeah, again, the back thing, you know, it is what it is. You know what? I decided to take it out, that piece, and just leave this down for now. Just to do the rest of their review. Felt like that was a better way to go. So let's look at this guy in full. We'll start at the bottom. These feeties came out, big feet. They look good. And there you go. That's the back part. You know, these Transformers need those heel spurs. It looks good. You got silver on the side, which looks good. You got all this molded detail here. That's all right, you know. I think it looks cooler like that, but you know, whatever. That's the way it is. You got the gold here at the knees, which looks really good. You know, some molded detail at the legs here. It's fine. It's not the greatest, but it's fine. Again, on the back, not a ton to look at, so, you know, the less the better. You have the Autobot symbols on the side here, which looks really cool. Then you got the hip skirt here with some gold paint, which is done pretty well. I did notice that this piece here in the middle feels really worn. I don't know if that's line wide, but production line wide, but this piece here just feels really worn compared to everything else. I don't know why, but it does. It's very strange. Then the chest. Let's readjust here. The chest looks pretty cool. Got all that silver paint in here. Then you got the gold Autobot symbol in the middle there. Love how that looks. Simple, easy, small. Chest looks great though. Really dig it. Nice shape. Looks pretty awesome. Then you got the gold at the shoulders against the blue. Blue and gold just works really well. But I did notice that it's kind of a little sloppy here. The gold kind of comes out a bit. It gives it a little bit of a look like it's like shining almost. But it's just a little fuzzy. You know, the gold wasn't cleanly done around the blue there. But the other one is perfect though, so that's interesting and a little sad. You do have some nice molded detail here with the silver piece here, which looks good. The wheels on the side here look very good. The hands again look cool in gold. Like that they open. I do like that they open. You know, it gives a little more character. So looking good. Looking very good, to be honest. And then the head sculpt is awesome. I've always loved this head sculpt. I mean, it does not look like Optimus Prime at all, but it's Optimus Prime. It's like super awesome Japanese Optimus Prime. Yeah, everybody knows Armada, but it's a Japanese cartoon first, and yeah, what is it, Micron Legends? Yeah, man, this is awesome. Love it. It's so good. It's so cool. I love the gold ears. I love the gold plate. The eyes look amazing. They're more yellow than gold, which looks like a yellow-green. And then you got the gold on top, and then the blue. The blue looks very Optimus. I mean, it's Optimus, you know, but if you want to put it back, make it more like Captain America. It is very Captain America with the ears back, but that is not the way it's supposed to look. The way it's supposed to look is like this. And then you got, again, back here, these pipes, they do look good, and these parts up here look really cool, like they're gonna launch some missiles at you. You do have some fists up here, but you really can't notice them much, so unless you're really looking for them. And yeah, then you got that whole backpack again. I guess it looks more simple and plain like this. That other thing is too much. It's just too much. But or the backpack, you know, on display I might leave them with the backpack because you know, just so I don't lose it really. But yeah, this is an amazing piece. I absolutely love it. Couple little faults here and there, but for the most part, man, this is really doing it for me. This was one of my most anticipated releases this year, probably top 5 from when it was announced. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted an ARMADA Prime in the collection, and I do have a little one, little Takara thing that if I can find it, we will show it here. But you know, to have a big thing like this, man, this is pretty amazing. I think they did a really great job. For sure, my favorite release thus far from Hasbro side of things. I think this is just very, very good. Really an awesome Transformer. For size comparisons, first up, let's bring in two of those Optimus Primes that we showed before, and you can see just how much mass and height this Optimus has gained. And here it is with Leader Class G2 Grimlock, another one I really liked this year. And the Armada Megatron. As you can see, once Optimus gets in super mode, and I should have showed regular Optimus with him, and I didn't. I don't know why. My apologies, because it's not happening now. But you could say that, you know, Megatron's in trouble here. And one last size comparison, bring in a couple of the big boys with Star Saber, well, Victory Saber in this mode, and Jetfire. And Jetfire is, you know, the first of these Commander class figures, I believe. And, you know, I'm actually surprised he's much bigger than Optimus here. I think that's canonically correct, but still, just as a figure, I don't know. This Optimus felt huge till I just busted out Jetfire. With him, I get it. He's, you know, he's on stilts right now. But yeah, very odd. I'm very taken back by this. And my final thoughts, you know, despite what I just said by being taken back, more because, man, Jetfire is huge. I absolutely love this, guys. This is fantastic. I think it definitely meets the expectations that I had on it. I was a little scared that it wouldn't, but it is awesome. I really like the effort put forth here. There's a lot of good colors, you know, paint and plastic together. Everything looks really good. You know, I have a few slight little errors. I don't know, just really one slight error over here. But otherwise, it's pretty good. You know, my biggest qualm is like the crazy junk going on here hanging down. I guess, you know, it's a weird thing, you know, but that piece should have been a weapon, in my opinion. I think that would have been a much better way to go, and I feel like it was right there to figure out, you know? But otherwise, this guy, this is awesome. I love it. Definitely a top 5 most anticipated figure. That's probably gonna be a top 5 figure of the year. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure to sub yourself for daily content and to help diversify your collection. Till next time, peace out, peeps.